When Zoe Alexander received 4 no's from the X Factor judges, her entire life fell apart over a 10-year period, and
damn, bitch, you that mad? It's not that deep, shorty. No one knows everyone. I know he does.
the whole thing was back to judges. Her entire life fell apart over a 10-year period, and the whole thing was documented on camera from 100 different angles. It all began with this email right here, in which Zoe first reached out to the X Factor requesting to appear on the show, explaining that she was a 22-year-old Pink impersonator but wanted to audition as herself. After being accepted as a contestant, Zoe was asked to send through 5 songs she wanted to sing, yet the X Factor then specifically demanded that Zoe audition as Pink.
Okay, so they wanted her to audition as Pink. That's cool since he's a Pink impersonator.
They wanted me to sing a Pink song. He basically said that if I didn't, I wouldn't be on
Yes,
the show.
essentially stab me. Yeah, that's fed, fam. That's fed. That's fed.
So I agreed.
After agreeing
to sing a Pink song. He basically said that if I didn't, I wouldn't be on the show. So I agreed.
After agreeing
to sing a Pink song. He basically said that if I didn't, I wouldn't be on the show.
Congratulations on making the short list to potentially see the judges for X Factor Series 9. We will be in touch soon to confirm if you have an audition. You need to find us to pick songs to find a singer for decision.
Sure. So I agreed.
She was claiming they were telling her to be Pink, but she looked crazy with no context. I mean, because she's a Pink impersonator. That's what she literally emailed them as, though. So it makes sense for them to want her to be a Pink impersonator when she got on the show. Like, who is she? Like, bruh. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's not about to hop on the show and just be herself. If that's not what she, like, initially drew them in with. Or her facial features get 10 times bigger when she speaks. I have no idea, bro. Yo, Bean, I'm gonna splash you, man. I'm gonna splash you. I'm gonna wet you. I'm gonna wet you. Am I doing good, Bean?
After agreeing to do so, Zoe was invited in for an interview where they continued to ask her about Pink.
All he wanted to talk about was Pink. Have you seen Pink live? Do you know Pink's real name? Do you think you're like Pink in real life?
With Zoe adding that they had no interest in her personally, showing that the X Factor had an ulterior motive to create a story out of her being Pink. Before heading out on stage, one of the X Factor producers then encouraged Zoe to give an overly emotional performance.
And he said, make sure you use all of the stage. If the judges say no, beg them, cry, get down on your knees.
I'll dip you in your fucking chest, you fat neek. Hey, watch him out there, Bean. I'll really wet you, eh? You fucking bloody wanker. You fucking bloody dirty wanker. I'll really splash you right here on this fucking live. Don't fucking play with me. Don't fucking play with me. I'll really wet you right here, right now. What you gotta say? Right here, right now. What you gotta say? Shout out Joey Badass.
And beg.
So when she'd appear in front of the judges just a few minutes later, this is what went down.
I'm gonna sing So What by Pink.
Pink, okay. Off you go.
After stating that she was gonna sing So What by Pink, Zoe gave a boisterous emotional performance, using the whole stage with excessive facial expressions. However, the focus on her physical delivery and a few other things which we'll talk about later meant the singing was fairly average, leading the judges to stop her mid-song before stating this.
You gotta have a lot of suck your nuns and shit. Suck your nuns, eh? Suck your nuns, you fucking bloody wanker. I'm gonna dip you right here on this fucking street, eh? I'm gonna fucking dip you right here. I'm gonna dip you. I'm gonna fucking splash you in front of your mums and in front of your dads. I'm gonna fucking dip you. I'm gonna splash you. You don't want this. I promise you don't want this. I'm not cooking. Suck your fucking nun. Suck your fucking nun, you bloody wanker, you fucking nunts. Yo, I'm really cooking, bro. I'm ready for the UK, bro. Yo, book the flight. Yo, book the flight. Yo, Alexa, book the flight. Shit tragic. Come on, bro.
Honestly, think that you need to go away and take the time to find yourself as an artist.
Despite this, the judges were kind enough to give her a second chance.
Should we get a second song?
Yeah.
I want to give you a chance.
Yet she was then stopped midway through her second song before the judges once again implied that they didn't think she was good enough.
Because at the moment it just sounds like every other average sort of singing voice.
But as the judges explained that she wouldn't be going to the next round, Zoe turned the criticism back onto them.
You told me to sing a Pink song. I didn't want to sing a Pink song. You guys told me to sing a Pink song.
Sing a Pink song.
Zoe then proceeded to lose her temper before bringing her dad onto the stage, swearing at the judges and throwing the microphone toward them. After some more chaos then went down backstage, Zoe lashed out at the cameraman ending the segment. However, in terms of negative feedback, this was really only the start. The family was so distraught from the event that they drove home in silence, yet Zoe seemed convinced that they wouldn't include her performance in the final cut of the show.
I still didn't believe believe that they would show my audition on TV. I mean, how could they show the systematic bullying leading to a breakdown of a woman? It would be too upsetting.
Until a
Search up zombie knife, bro. That's what they be running around with in the ends. Let me see. You said a zombie knife? But if I search this shit up, it's gonna end up with me on a fucking M16 watch list. Yo, nigga, I'm not searching up zombie knife. I'm going to the UK soon. You know how crazy it is if I look up, but you know how crazy it's gonna look if I search up zombie knife and then a couple weeks later I search up UK flights? I'm not searching that shit up, yo. Niggas is gonna mark me a flight risk. No, bruh, no. Just someone send me a photo of a zombie knife, bruh. Someone send me a photo of a zombie knife. I'm not searching that shit up. Yo, I'm gonna go from zombie knife to UK flight tickets. Hell no. And you wanna know what else I searched recently? Yo! Oh, hell no. Bro, I made it worse for myself too. Earlier this morning when I was watching the City game, I searched up best stadiums to rush the pitch on. So you want to know what my search is? You want to know what my search is? No, I searched up best Premier League stadiums to rush the pitch on. You want to know what my search is going to look like? Best Premier League stadiums to rush the pitch on. Zombie knives. Flights to the UK. Put me on the watch list already, bruh. Put me on the watch list. Yes, over with. It's over with. Nigga, I'm done. I'm done. It's going to look like I'm planning one of the craziest football attacks of all time. Yeah, hell nah, bro. Hell nah.
About an hour after arriving home, when a Daily Mail reporter who was at the audition called the family to get a statement for an article and to tell Zoe that she was definitely going to appear on television.
They will edit it in any way they can to show it on TV because it is TV gold.
With this information, Zoe's mental health began to decline rapidly.
I couldn't sleep. I just stayed up every night. I can't stress to you enough what an emotional wreck I was. I didn't trust anyone and I just kept breaking down, crying.
Made even worse by the countless articles talking about the situation before the episode had even gone live. Then, after 6 weeks of fear, Zoe's phone began to ring.
I got a phone call from the XFactor informing me that they were going to air my audition. I was honestly so terrified. I just said no and put the phone down.
Within hours of the episode going live, the performance was being called the most shocking audition ever, while other publications such as The Mirror called her X Factor's most shocking contestant ever. As a result of this, Zoe stated, "I was recognized everywhere I went, laughed at, pointed at, threatened. Both myself and my dad have been threatened with violence to the point that my dad had to physically defend us."
I'd go to the gym and people would watch the video on their phones in front of me and then whisper and laugh.
Despite this, Judge Tulsi Constantavlos refused to change her attitude on the situation, stating, "There is always going to be the odd person who throws a massive hissy fit. Thousands of people over the years have auditioned, and this one person couldn't control their temper and threw a fit. But I don't think that's a reason for everyone to go, you've got to think about their emotions. That was one person. Those are her issues and she chose to bring those issues to the stage." Given she now had no other option, Zoe began to defend herself by stating that the show deliberately tried to make me out to be this girl with a bad attitude, before she theorized that the X Factor deliberately encouraging her to sing a Pink song was part of a plan to increase ratings.
My dad got an 18-inch knife in the house just in case. You gotta watch out over here. 18-inch knife. How the fuck, bro? What the hell? No, I'm not searching up no 18-inch knife. Bro, I can't search shit like that up. Ah, shit, I'm about to get flagged as a fucking flight risk. Holland already has more goals than all Liverpool combined. See how, nah, this nigga trolling me. I know you're trolling me. So I'm not even going to entertain what you just said, bro. Oh, they did her wrong. Yeah, bro. Oh, the vid audio, bro. God damn it.
issues to the stage. Given she now had no other option, Zoe began to defend herself by stating that the show deliberately tried to make me out to be this girl with a bad attitude, before she theorized that the X Factor deliberately encouraging her to sing a Pink song was part of a plan to increase ratings through televising a poor performance, which would explain why the producers encouraged her to be emotional in the minutes before the audition. Zoe Alexander was set up for a fall, and yes, she couldn't sing, but that isn't the issue under discussion.
They really called her an ass singer after they set her up. That's fucked up. They did her super wrong.
Setting people up to mockery by deliberately enhancing their self-image beyond their talents is cruelty bordering on human rights infringement. Zoe's volatile nature would have been spotted in one of the earlier auditions, and then stoked up so she would outburst on TV, and thereby encourage a flagging audience to tune in with the expectation of future Jerry Springer moments. Shameful, just shameful, yet others were a little less compassionate. Look, she may have been set up by producers, which isn't fair, but at the end of the day, she can't sing. The judges were just being polite by using the identity thing as an excuse because she did get to sing a second song, which she was also rubbish at. Her violent/physical outburst was wrong, full stop. Yes, it's unfair for producers to mislead her, but her reaction was atrocious and very bratty. Also, her dad shouldn't have brought her back onto the stage either.
This is why I always say stop hyping up, like, stop hyping motherfuckers up that don't need to be hyped up. And they go for, like, girls hyping up their ugly friends too. Why are you hyping her up? Respectfully, why are you hyping her up? You know that, like, come on, bro. You know damn well, I know damn well, we all know damn well. Like, why are you in this girl's ear? You look so good. Girl, that dress looks amazing on you. You know damn well she looks like a hot air balloon. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Come on, bro. Yo, Tia, where's that screen recording at?
As this escalated the whole situation, she got to sing 2 songs, whereas most people get to sing 1, and she wasn't good enough end of. Yet Zoe didn't stop pushing back against what had happened. Sure. Approximately 7 months after the audition went live, an article was published by BBC News titled "X Factor Cleared Over Pink Tribute Act Complaints," in which it was explained that Zoe had gone to the government broadcasting agency Ofcom, claiming that the X Factor had ignored her track choices, changed her song list, and dictated her outfit and hairstyle, insisting on her appearing in her pink persona. Yet the agency found that the judges' comments were balanced, and her violent reaction after the audition was unacceptable by any standards, whatever her perceived grievance. Accordingly, Ofcom has not upheld Miss Alexander's.
Yo, Jack, thank you so much for that follow, bro. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Shut the fuck up, I'm not sending shit. I bet. Yo, what's good, Mexer? Shake that butt. Yo, Tia, you want to get restricted or do you want to send me the screen recording? Thank you for that follow,
with articles such as this one perpetuating Zoe's nightmare.
People said to me, "Oh, don't worry, it'll blow over. It won't
shaking it? Oh, I hear it and I feel it."
And years.
Things became even worse when Zoe's performance racked up almost 100 million views in compilations such as these two.
Damn.
However, with comments such as "I don't trust any of these" after hearing Zoe Alexander's story, it seemed there was more that was yet to be discussed. On the 20th of July 2020, Zoe uploaded her own video titled "Zoe Alexander X Factor The Truth," in which she now revealed that the performance itself had been edited and even CGI'd to make the X Factor look good and Zoe look bad.
Front tooth missing. Nigga, they edited her teeth to be missing? What the fuck is wrong with them?
Edited and even CGI'd.
Blacked out eyes, drawn on lips. And that's how she actually looked? Yo, they are actually dickheads, yo. How you gonna use CGI and edit the motherfucker so she looks bad? Announcement this Friday? The announcement finna make me nut. Bro, does it clap? You ain't hear the turbulence? You trying to hear some? This is fucked up though, bro. How you gonna use CGI to make a bitch look bad?
CGI'd to make the X Factor look good.
Saber teeth changing into buck teeth. Damn.
Good and Zoe looked bad. She stated
really
the judges
her,
actually began the audition by essentially insulting her.
And he moved on to tell me that I was very overconfident, which wasn't shown on TV.
And after she started singing, the audience went crazy by cheering. However, in the final cut of the show, this had been reversed, so the audience was instead cheering while the judges gave their opinions.
In the broadcast footage, the audience reaction has been completely changed. The audience could be heard clapping and cheering her words, as if she was voicing the opinion of the entire audience. audience. In fact, the audience at that moment sat in silence.
As a person who was in the audience, we were told to keep quiet when the judges say anything, so yeah, you're definitely telling the truth. Zoe went on to explain that the music they played was also different to what she'd sent through.
The track that they played was not the track that I had sent them. It was in a different key and it was a different track.
And when she'd thrown the microphone, she'd done so because they'd turned it off while she was explaining what had happened.
Then I realised that they'd turned the microphone off, and that was when I threw it to the floor. But somehow in the video I threw it like that. I didn't. I threw it to the floor.
Zoe then debunked.
Yeah, that I'm not gonna lie, this editing is crazy. They did it wrong. It looks like she threw the motherfucking mic at the judges. Whole time she just dropped that motherfucker. Bro, you got a bottle for all that Alfredo sauce? Yo, why you put Alfredo sauce in quotation marks?
The segment where she'd seemingly walked off and come back with her dad.
I categorically did not leave the stage and subsequently return hand in hand with my father. Once again, the footage has been completely fabricated. Another example of the X Factor's over-imaginative editing.
Before she added that even the judges' comments had
How did they edit that though? Cause like I'm not understanding how they could edit her leaving the stage and coming back with her dad.
been inserted at a later date.
Also, Nicole did not stand up and say, no, baby, no. That did not happen. So they were cut in afterwards to produce the footage in their fictitious storyline.
After heading backstage, another scene was filmed in which Zoe begged the cameraman to stop filming. However, this also didn't make the cut.
I was saying, please stop filming me. Please stop filming me.
This scene was cut from the
Damn,
broadcast
bruh,
footage
that's
and replaced
fucked up.
with even more fabricated footage, which better suited their storyline, as it didn't portray me as aggressive. The real footage would have clearly demonstrated the broken and emotional state into which I had been bullied.
And with this information, everybody began to stand up for her.
Slime Point gifted a tier 1 sub to Mysticks. They have given 3 gift subs in the channel.
Salam. Thank you so much for that gift of fucking sub to May, man. We're gonna let May know she just got a sub. Thank you so much, Slam. I really appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Wait, hold on. Yes, King. Mwah. There you go, bro. There you go. I almost forgot. But I didn't.
I admit I was one of the many who laughed and thought you were this crazy lady who was just mad that you lost the audition. I'm so sorry, they're so horrible for doing you like this, with others informing Zoe that her video had blown up outside of YouTube. Over on TikTok, a relatively small account made a 15 million view video talking about what had happened, which when duetted by Zoe, gained a further 27 million views, with almost everybody sticking up for Zoe. As a result, Nicole Scherzinger's comment section began to fill with comments regarding Zoe's treatment, and therefore the judge did this.
Can we just talk about the fact that Nicole Scherzinger has blocked me on TikTok?
Despite this, the mainstream media ran with the story.
Bruh, blocked her on TikTok? Yo, that bitch is weird. And they never interacted, so why are you blocking her? Shit's weird.
Causing the X Factor to backpedal rapidly.
You have made the X Factor turn off their Instagram comments. You have made the X Factor turn off their YouTube comments. And you have made the X Factor change the title and description of my X Factor audition video.
With a 19 million view audition video having since been removed altogether. On top of this, Zoe's appearance has also been taken out of the mega viral top 5 angriest contestants video, which when considering Zoe's poor attitude and the show's sketchy editing, feels like a reasonable middle ground between the two parties.
It's so crazy, bro, because I remember watching this shit when I was a little ass kid, bro. Like a little kid.